Hey cruisers, Nick here. Today we're tackling something I hear all the time. Cruises are only for old people. You'll definitely get seasick. Formal nights are required. You name it. Some of these myths have been floating around for years, and they've probably stopped a lot of people from taking what could have been their favorite vacation ever. So in this video, we're busting 10 of the biggest cruise myths that just aren't true anymore, or were never even true really to begin with. Some of them are kind of funny, some of them might surprise you a bit, but all of them are actual things I've heard from real people. Let's dive on in. Myth 1. You'll definitely get seasick. Not necessarily. Cruise ships today are absolutely massive. Some are longer than the Eiffel Tower is tall. And they're all built with advanced stabilizers that counteract the movement of the waves. Most people feel nothing for the majority of the trip, especially on calmer routes like the Caribbean or Mediterranean. And if you're worried, there's tons of preventative options, like sea bands, motion patches, ginger chews, or even just choosing a midship cabin on a lower deck where movement is less noticeable. Personally, I get pretty motion sick in cars pretty easily, but on cruise ships, I'm good. That's what surprised me the most on my first cruise. Myth number 2, formal nights are required. So this one definitely stresses some people out. You hear formal night and you instantly picture tuxedos and ball gowns and ballroom dancing with like a string quartet in the background. But the truth is, formal nights are completely optional. And most cruise lines these days are way more relaxed than they were before. Yeah, you'll still see some people dress the absolute nines in their tuxedos and evening gowns, especially on lines like Cunard or the more traditional princess sailings. But you'll also see people in polos and t-shirts and flip-flops, or some just totally skipping formal night altogether and heading down to the buffet. It's really all up to you. And honestly, the best part, nobody cares. There's zero judgment. If you want your fancy Titanic moment, then absolutely go for it. If not, then just you do you. Myth number 3. You need a balcony or it's not even worth it. Now listen, I love a balcony cabin. Waking up to an ocean view is amazing. But inside cabins, they're seriously underrated, especially if you're cruising on a budget or plan to be out exploring all day anyways. You can save hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the sailing. And you still have access to all the same food, shows, pools, and public decks. Some cruise lines even offer virtual balconies. It's a real-time video feed with sound displayed on a wall-sized screen in your room. It's actually super cool, and it gives you that ocean vibe without the massive price tag. Myth number 4. Cruises are just for old people. All right, look, I understand why this one exists. Cruise ads used to just show mostly older couples walking along the promenade with their windbreakers on and their binoculars. But that's changed. Big time. Now you've got families with kids, honeymooners, solo travelers, and yes, even spring breakers on some of the party cruises. Lines like Royal Caribbean, MSC, and Norwegian are really starting to target a younger audience with fun activities like zip lines, water parks, robot bartenders, escape rooms, and even go-karts. Cruising has evolved into something for everyone. Seriously, look at the MSC World America or the Icon of the Seas. These are floating cities designed for pure fun. Myth number 5. Everything's included. Now this is probably the sneakiest myth out there. Yeah, your cabin, meals in the main dining room, buffet, entertainment, and some drinks like water, juice, and coffee are included. But there's a ton of things that aren't, like alcoholic drinks, oftentimes soda, Wi-Fi, specialty dining, your daily gratuities. Some cruise lines look cheap up front, but once you add on all the extras, it adds up fast. Here's a tip. If you want to avoid surprise charges, book with all-inclusive perks only if you'll actually use them. Sometimes a basic fare with a soda package is really all you need. Alright, we're halfway through and we've already saved you some money, some headaches, and maybe a panic attack about formal night. And let me know in the comments, what's a cruise myth you used to believe in? And if you're enjoying this so far, give it a thumbs up so more cruisers can find it. Let's get back into it. Myth number 6. You have to book excursions through the cruise line. Nope. While cruise line excursions are convenient, they're also usually way more expensive. You can book with local operators for less money and often get smaller, more personalized tours. That said, do your homework, check reviews, make sure they're reliable, and only book with vendors that offer a back-to-ship guarantee. That means they'll cover your transportation costs if you're late. Here's another tip. Some ports are walkable and don't even require an excursion. You can DIY your whole day and save a ton of money. Myth number 7. Cruise ships aren't safe. Cruise ship incidents get blown up in the media only because they're so rare. In reality, cruising is one of the safest ways of traveling. Ships have full medical centers with doctors, highly trained security teams, lifeboats, and some of the strictest health and safety standards of any type of travel. Are there risks? Sure, like any form of travel. But statistically speaking, your drive to the cruise port is going to be far more dangerous than your actual cruise itself. Myth number 8. Cruising is boring if you don't drink. This is a big misconception. A lot of people think cruises are just floating booze cruises, but there's a lot more going on. We're talking game shows, theater performances, dance classes, comedy nights, trivia, escape rooms, pool games, workshops, even wellness activities like yoga and spa days. I've nearly gone entire cruises without drinking, skipping the drink package, but still had an absolute blast. Myth number 9. You'll gain 10 pounds. Okay, this one is technically possible. The food is everywhere. But there are still healthy options on every ship. Salad bars, vegan restaurants, fresh fruit, juice bars. Plus you got gyms, running tracks, and even group fitness classes on board. And not to mention all the walking you do going place to place on the ship. It all comes down to balance. Sure, grab that ice cream and hit the gym if that's your thing. Myth number 10. Cruises are bad for the environment. This one gets a little complicated, but it's outdated to say all cruise ships are eco-disasters. Newer ships like the MSC World Europa or Carnival's Excel class use LNG fuel, which burns cleaner than traditional fuels. They also have advanced water treatment systems, similar to your city wastewater treatment, food waste systems, and many recycle heat to power onboard systems. Royal Caribbean even has 0 landfill ships currently in the works. Cruising has a long way to go, sure, but the industry is actively improving each and every year. So there you have it. 10 cruise myths totally busted. Hopefully this cleared up some misconceptions and helped make you feel more confident booking your next, or maybe even your first cruise. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and click over here to subscribe, or check out this video that YouTube thinks you'd like. And let me know in the comments, what myth did you believe before your first cruise? Catch you in the next video. Happy cruising!